Hey everybody, I've kind of been in this kind of like dry desert season, and last week I was working and I heard the Lord speak to me over and over again. You weren't made for this. You weren't made to live this way. And I was like, Lord, like what are you trying to say? And all of a sudden I was reminded of this childhood story. My grandparents, they had this golf cart, and I used to drive it around everywhere. They lived on like 115 acres, so I would always drive the golf cart around. And then they had this field of like really tall weeds, and I would always put myself in these scenarios like I was in movies and just doing different things. And I was like, if I drove through that field of weeds, I could pretend I'm on the African plains, ripping through the fields and looking at animals. And so one day I was riding the golf cart and my curiosity consumed me. And so I drove through the field, and the engine, it started like making funny noises, and the golf cart was jerking, and all of a sudden the golf cart just stopped. And my grandparents, they were not happy, and they just kept saying it wasn't made for this. The golf cart, it's not made to do that. So now the engine's clogged up, blah blah blah. And that's just like us. We were not made to live in the weeds of sin, because ultimately it'll clog us up. It'll pull us further away from God. We were made to live set apart in the freedom of Christ, even though it's hard whenever the world is going this way, and God has called us to live this way. So I just want to encourage you today, just throw off all that entangles you. Keep running to God, keep leaning on Him and not your own understanding. And yeah, I just wanted to share that. You weren't made to live that way. You weren't made to be clogged up by sin. You were made to live in freedom, and who the sun sets free is free indeed. Have a good day.